first and foremost, thank you very much for joining the group. My main intention to create this group was just spread awareness about homeopathy. There are a lot of my patients, a lot of my friends or relatives, they are genuinely interested in homeopathy, but they lack proper understanding. Also, there's a lot of misconceptions. There are a lot of misconceptions about homeopathy. You just Google search what is homeopathy, and whole bunch of stuff loads up. And really, I want to get out there and would like everyone to know what homeopathy exactly is. A brief introduction about me. I have earned a bachelor's degree. I've done a professional course in homeopathy. I studied homeopathy for 5 years with 1 year internship at Sanjeevan Hospital in Pune, India. So how things work, which is quite different from the United States, is homeopathy is considered as a mainstream medicine. It comes under Maharashtra University of Health Sciences. So homeopathy is considered as one of the medical branches. For treatment. So we have to go through like a medical entrance exam. We have to pass that out, and then we go and get admission into homeopathic school. I have been practicing homeopathy for last 10 years now, and to me, my patients, it's yielding fantastic results. So I am quite sure by joining this group, you will benefit a lot about homeopathy. Today, we are going to cover just a little bit, like a brief introduction about homeopathy. I think that's a good starting point. And from there, we can switch to some interesting topics of related to homeopathy. We will be meeting every first Saturday of the month, and every third Saturday I have slotted out for homeopaths who are already practicing, who are already into homeopathy, know the basics of homeopathy, but want to know how they're supposed to take case of the patient, how they're supposed to treat. So that part, like how repertorization works, how do you find a medicine, how do you treat patients, how do you take cases, that's for every third Saturday of the month. Okay, so coming to our topic today, what is homeopathy? Homeopathy is a science which is based on the principle like cures like, and it was developed, or it was invented by Dr. Samuel Hahnemann, who is father of homeopathy. So Samuel Hahnemann was MD by himself, and back then 200, 300, 400 years ago, medical treatment wasn't advanced like it's today. Okay, so for example, high blood pressure was treated with leeching, where leeches were applied to take out the blood so that the blood pressure will be controlled, which is now we know is really not proper mode of treatment for blood pressure. Second was indigestion was treated by giving patients emetics, so that once they emit out toxins or food that they didn't want to consume, the patients were feeling better. That was feeling better, just temporary relief. So Samuel Hahnemann said that he does not want to practice such type of medicine, which is in turn harming the patients rather than benefiting them. So what he did was he relinquished, he gave up his medical practice, and he started translating medical journals from different languages. So Samuel Hahnemann was well versed in 5 different languages: Arabic, German, Latin, Spanish. So he did a lot of medical journal translations. And when he was doing that, he came across a medical journal which had a write up from Dr. Cullen. And he had mentioned that bitter taste of cinchona bark cures malaria-like symptoms. So Hahnemann was like, let me test that out. And he started experimenting. First, he experimented on himself. Later he experimented on his friends and family. And to his surprise, he started developing malaria-like symptoms. He was perfectly healthy at the time he tested out the cinchona bark mother tincture on him, and he started developing fever, chills, cold, which are symptoms of, and the fever was intermittent, just like malaria symptoms. When he tested out the same cinchona bark mother tincture on different patients, friends, and family, he got the same result. And that's how he concluded that like cures like. And that's how we get homeopathy principle as similia similibus curenter, which means like cures like. And it's not just based on this. He conducted several other experiments. He tested out several other natural sources that can cause disease in patients and which can cure a particular ailment in that particular patient. So a series of experiments tried and tested out, and then he came up with homeopathy as a system of medical treatment. Now, even today in modern times, when modern medicine, or allopathy as we call it, is advanced, still per WHO, it says that it's the second most mainstream mode of treatment that is being used. Across the globe, there are more than 200 million users. A lot of MDs who are by profession, who are medical doctors, they use homeopathy. And so it's a very popular system of medicine. Only there are some misunderstandings, myths, and there are some myths about homeopathy. Facts are unknown. So what are some of the myths related to homeopathy? So number one is it's a slow acting medicine, which is not true at all. Okay, so homeopathy can cure diseases very, very fast in as little as one dose. Just one single remedy works like wonders. Second myth is you have to be on a lot of dietary restrictions, which, by the way, is not true. I know if you go and read classical homeopathy, there are a lot of things that are said that don't consume coffee, don't consume garlic, and other stuff, a lot of stuff. Don't use perfumes, strong deodorants, and stuff like that. But today, when I practice, these were things that were said 200, 300 years ago. But today, now, when I practice, my patients really don't have to follow a strict dietary restrictions or anything like that. Okay. So that's a second important myth. Third is, which is very popular, and if you start practicing homeopathy tomorrow or maybe 4 or 5 years from now, you're going to have people say to you that homeopathy is a placebo, which, by the way, is not, because all of the homeopathic medicines that are prepared, they are tried and tested on healthy patients, and healthy patients do get symptoms, just like the father of homeopathy, Dr. Samuel Hahnemann, he developed malaria-like symptoms. Likewise, other patients who are healthy individuals, these medicines are tested on them, they develop symptoms, and that's how we know that this particular substance has medicinal properties or is capable of producing these symptoms or these ailments. Okay, so that's the third. Fourth, homeopathy prevents any and all kinds of surgeries. That is also a huge myth, because not all surgeries can be prevented. Let's say, for example, biliary colic. A patient develops biliary colic. So if a patient has biliary colic, meaning there are tiny stones in patient's liver. Okay, so if you take this example, then not all stones are dissolvable. There are only some stones that can be dissolved and can be treated with medicines. Other stones, they need to be broken and they need to be taken out. Okay, so for that you need surgery. Not for all surgeries homeopathy can be used as an alternative. Okay, fifth myth is homeopathy has a lot of chronic treatments and it's not meant for acute illnesses. Chronic treatments meaning it can be used for backache that has been going for 10 years, 20 years, that can be treated with homeopathy. But if you have had cold, cough, allergies, flu, it cannot be treated with homeopathy. That's what it means. But the fact is, homeopathy treats both acute and chronic illnesses. So it is very useful in allergies, cough, migraine headaches, or just tension headaches and stuff like that. Okay, so it's useful in both acute and chronic disease conditions. So this is in general about myths and facts about homeopathy, and something very superficial about homeopathy. In coming videos, we'll be talking more about what homeopathy exactly is and how it evolved and how it has a scientific footing. Okay, so for now, that's all I have to tell you. If you have any questions, you can comment below, and I will. And if you are interested in reading, if you are more tending to read rather than watch videos and stuff, then you can definitely visit my website. I will post it down the video in the comments section so that you can go visit my website. That has all information about what homeopathy is, what are different myths and facts. It also has how homeopathy has evolved, the rise of homeopathy and decline of homeopathy, why it declined and how it declined. Okay, and if you have any questions, just feel free to comment below. I will make it best to reach out to you as fast as I can. And you guys have a great day. I will see you next month for Saturday. If you're interested in learning about more in-depth study of homeopathy, I will be covering case taking for third Saturday. So if you're interested, you can definitely join. Third Saturday, I will be posting the event pretty soon. And you guys have a great Saturday. Bye.